In this video, I will tell you how to lock in and perform absolute academic miracles. Hi, I'm Aleks, and I was an average school kid. I was always in the middle set, and I was what you would classify as the sports kid. Up until 18, I was a joke man. Then I came to university and I became a weapon. I got a first class in electrical engineering, a 73% average, which is equivalent to a 4.0 GPA. Along the way, I landed internships in AI, hardware, and software engineering, and now I work full-time as a software engineer at Europe's largest bank. Let me tell you how I did it. When I started my electrical engineering degree, I told myself, I want to be a great engineer, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. I was terrified. All I knew was football, guys. So I started exploring. First year was full of exploration. I explored study techniques, just a bunch of random habits. I started meeting a bunch of people, I started exercising, I started reading books, I started looking at a bunch of engineering careers. And if you're planning to apply to engineering roles, then you can grab my CV template for free. It got me interviews at Google, Samsung, and my full-time role at HSBC. And if you need it, if you're interested, link in the description, you can grab it for free. So after a whole year of experimentation in my first year of electrical engineering, there was one thing that was crystal clear, guys. And it's that you can't do consistently well in your engineering journey without having really good health. At some point, I literally just stopped compromising sleep at any cost. And by the end of my first year, I even started to exercise. And this, guys, this had a huge impact, okay? Huge impact on me and how I performed. To really grasp complicated things, guys. Like, I remember when I was learning like proper electronics, like Thevenin and Norton's theorem my first year, and I barely knew electronics, I was like, I need 100% of my biology to help me here. And that's exactly what happened. You need biology on your side when you are studying difficult things in your engineering journey. And here's the thing. You'll see other students getting away with it. But there's two things you need to know. A, they're probably not trying to be the best version of themselves. And B, they're probably not studying engineering. They're probably studying like psychology or something. I'm not trying to hate on any degree, but the workload an engineering student has is just way more than a psychology student. If I lived like a psychology student, I would not be able to make it to my 9 a.m. lectures on time and be present, okay? I'd be a zombie. So let me make it clear. If you want to conduct a proper academic comeback, you need to stabilize your life. And this starts with health. Not studying, not going to lectures, not going to engineering events, your health. Do not ever think you are wasting your time going to the gym instead of studying for that 1 hour you have. Once your life is stable, you're sleeping consistently, you are exercising, you can start executing. Executing an academic comeback is hard. It's way harder than you think. So arm yourself with patience. Because when I got to my second year, I had a very good idea now of how to study. I spent, a whole year experimenting with this and I pretty much figured it out. But I spent all my time really experimenting and I had all the time in the world in my first year. It was COVID and I literally just sat there in my room all day for the most part, other than like eating, sleeping and hanging out with my friends from time to time. In my second year, I wanted to be a weapon. In general, not just an academic weapon, but just a weapon. I wanted to hit the gym. I wanted to do gymnastics. I wanted to find a girlfriend, which I did. I wanted to play poker with my friends on Fridays. I wanted to make YouTube videos. You can't study 8 hours a day, every day, trying to do all these things. So you need to optimize. You need to optimize, not maximize, optimize. Alex, how do you optimize the study process? You're in luck. It took me quite a bit of time, but I figured it out. And here's the thing. Number one thing you need to do is to give up perfectionism. Divorce the idea of getting 95 or 90% in your exams. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time trying to reach 90s in your exams. Next, you need to create some sort of priority queue in your brain or on paper. You can also calculate this actually, or create a queue of all the most important to the least important things that require studying based on module weight and difficulty. Study like a financial analyst. What does that mean? Ask yourself, anytime you're studying, what is the rate of return, ROI, on this time investment to get the best grade possible? If you're doing low ROI things, stop. If you're doing high ROI things, Great. Let me give you examples of low rate on return investment activity to become an academic weapon. Reading slides and taking notes. Terrible, terrible idea. It is a waste of time. Watching lectures, also not the best way to actually get stuff into your brain. Performing all-nighters. Terrible, terrible. It has a very low ROI. Drinking alcohol and then going to study. Terrible ROI. Let me give you examples of good ROI investments. Doing the actual exam papers that you're going to have in a few weeks. Doing the tutorial problems that reflect the difficulty of the exam. Actually just doing the coursework that is graded and part of your module. Taking a nap between your study breaks to rejuvenate so that when you go back to study, you feel fresh. Sleeping, obviously. Hydration, so you don't have a headache. Looking at the sunshine, going outside, going for a walk. But this gets quite deep. And if you're interested to really see the step-by-step process of how I mathematically optimized my university degree, then you can watch this video over here. I go through everything one by one. So go check it out if you're very interested. So you figured out how to take care of your body and mind. You know how to study effectively. Time to put stuff into practice. This is when it gets exciting because you're ready to rumble. You've sorted it out. Now it's just time to get some results. Time to execute. Time to become an academic athlete and get results. Game on. I strongly suggest that when you're now in a very good state, to approach all engineering problems you have at university like competitions. And let me tell you a story to explain this. So when I was in my final year of electrical engineering, I was given like a final coursework, which was like, I think 40% of the whole entire mark. So it was quite a lot. I was given this coursework to do over Christmas, and I actually did attempt it right before Christmas break. And I realized, damn, this is hard. Like, this is hard. Okay? Like one of the harder things I've ever had to do. I noted that down. And I remember I actually came back to my university dorm a little bit earlier, and I gave myself exactly 7 days. I was like, during Christmas, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. But when I come back, I'm going to smash this coursework out, smash it. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as I got to Loughborough, I went to Tesco. I bought food for the whole week. Every single meal was planned. Breakfast, lunch, dinner for 7 days. I had everything now. I had food, I had a bed, I had a shower, and I had a gym 5 minutes away. I was ready to go to war with this coursework, and that's exactly what happened. I can tell you exactly my routine for those 7 days, moment by moment. I was operating like clockwork, and I literally went from, I don't know what's going on, to submitting a coursework, and I remember exactly what I got. I got 69%, which, considering I was so discombobulated by it at the start, I was very, very happy. And during those 7 days, I worked, and I'm not joking, for 8 to 10 hours a day in this complete flow state. When I got to bed every day, I felt like I have ran a marathon every day. And I did. I ran a mental marathon. To run a marathon, a mental marathon, to put yourself through that much load, you need to be well prepared. And that's why I told you, get your health sorted. This was the most demanding thing I've ever had to go through in my engineering degree. And I'm glad I did it because A, I can tell you the story, and in general, it changed my life. It changed my idea of how much work I can actually get done. It's actually incredible. When you hit that limit, you are like, rah, man's a superhero. Because literally, you feel insane. The level of focus you can tap into is incredible. Well, what's my point here? To operate at peak performance for sustained periods of time without burning out, you need to operate like a professional athlete. You have to build an extremely robust routine that suits you. You need everything dialed in: your sleep, your food, your exercise, your rest, so that you can purely focus on the task at hand. And you know you've done it. You know you've got to that like kind of peak of operation at university when you've got an exam and it just feels like another day. You just walk into the exam hall, you sit down, you do the exam, and you come back. And there was no like emotion. It was just another day. It was just another Monday. You know you've got there when you're curious to see how well you did. Because you know it's not a matter of like, oh, did I pass or did I not pass? It's just like, did I do well or did I do extremely well? Did I hit my target or did I exceed my target? And you know you're there because, well, your days are all looking the same. You're dialed in. You're doing one thing to optimize for one thing. You're operating like an athlete. I actually famously went to the gym always day before my exam, and I remember this. It was communication systems in my final year, and I had one of my final gym sessions in general, and I met a friend named Max at the gym, and he was like, oh, when's your last exam? Because it was exam season. I was like, tomorrow, 9 a.m. And it was like 7 p.m. and he was like, what? You go to the gym right before the exam? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Because that's how confident I feel about everything that I'm doing, because I've just found a routine that worked so well. And that's it, guys. Operate like a professional athlete. That's what needs to get done to perform academic miracles. You need to operate like a machine. It's not easy, but it's possible. And if you need help making that a reality, well, then I'm planning to do one-to-one coaching with a select few engineering students. And if you're interested, please sign up to the waitlist below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Alex. Bye-bye.